Hello, everybody, and welcome to Awesome Comics, your one-stop shop for everything comic book entertainment. Guess what, folks? Guess what? Today we're talking all about comic books. The things that are all over the walls, the thing that's in the name of the show, the thing that are on the table. It's crazy, right? And we have been talking about comics every week, but you guys don't seem to notice that. So we're going to take an entire episode to talk about all comic book stuff. We're going to talk about the Free Comic Book Day. We're going to talk about all new, all different Marvel. We're going to talk about DC Rebirth and some of the stuff that these guys are reading right now. I'm your host, Walter Panasiak, by the way. And to my right over here, that's you.
Ayana. Ayana Wade, back at it again.
Back at it again with the 90s look.
Exactly.
Very 90s.
Thank you.
Overalls.
Early 2000, late 90s.
You're right, whatever. Yeah. Still very nice, very nice.
Retro.
Throwback
Day. And over here we got Mr. Brian Porter.
How you doing?
It's a nice hat.
Thank you.
See it once in a while. It's pretty cool.
I'm not Irish, by the way.
Not Irish
No.
at all.
No.
Irish blood whatsoever.
None.
No, the red beard doesn't give it away.
No, I do like potatoes, though.
A couple of potatoes for you.
Oh,
Well, let's get into the thing here. I'm not going to do that the whole time, don't worry. Okay. All right, first, once again, I always want to thank you guys for commenting and everything about what you want to see us cover. Keep doing that. We will cover as much as what you want to see us cover as possible. And we're still getting good reaction on the DC animated movies, our favorites. We each individually picked one movie. They're all Batman movies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good.
It was our favorite.
It's our
There
favorite.
was other ones that
Chill
were great,
out, folks.
but
Chill out. Okay. So there's so much positive feedback to that. A lot of people want us to cover Batman the Animated Series. We will do it. At some point, in some form, we will cover Batman the Animated Series. And I think more movies and more of the DC animated stuff is possible we're going to cover on this show over the summer. So stay tuned for that. But today, we're talking about all comic books. Ayana, we're going to start with you. What are you reading over in Marvel right now? What's going on with All New, All Different?
As you can tell, I'm not reading any Marvel right now. I'm reading too much Marvel right now. There's a bunch of stuff going on in All New, All Different Marvel. And a lot of you, I've noticed in the comments, are talking about how you're not super into comics or you kind of don't know where to get started. And now is a really great place to kind of jump in because they're rebooting a lot of the titles in Marvel and in DC. So it's a really good starting off point to kind of jump in. And I relate it to Doctor Who. You start off with a new doctor and then you get all the backstory that goes with it. So I'll start off first by talking about one of my favorite titles, and that's Squirrel Girl. The current issue, number 7 right now, is a choose your own adventure Squirrel Girl, which is amazing. And this is a really good starter comic, I think, as well, because first off, she's got some amazing superhero puns, which you gotta love. And then she also has almost like a Pokedex of villains going on, and it's like a stack of trading cards that Deadpool has made for her so that she can go through and learn all the stats on who she's fighting against, which I just absolutely love. Also, right now in the Marvel Universe is a really cool 8-part crossover series with the Spider-Women. And currently, as of this taping, we're only on like the 5th issue. So if you want to pick it up, you got to start with the Spider-Women Alpha, and that's the first in the series. And they have this handy little crossover checklist here for you. So that covers Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, and Silk. So we go between the worlds of Earth 616 and Earth 65. And I recommend reading some of the Spider-Gwen, and it's only like 7 issues in right now, 6 or 7 issues in right now, but you don't have to. But a lot of the stuff that happens, they're currently trapped in Earth 65, so it gives a little bit of a better background as to what's going on, including how it starts, which is Spider-Gwen takes Jessica Drew and Cindy Moon out for brunch on Earth 65 from Earth 616, and they get trapped, and they have to deal with that. And right now, depending on if you read Spider-Woman at all, she just had a baby. She became pregnant in the whole time-traveling vortex of stuff.
because that's definitely the time you want to get pregnant.
Right, and not really understand completely how that's happening. So you can jump into just this series without having read those, because it sounds like they're doing a really good job of like explaining a little bit how stuff is happening without giving like too much backstory and keeping a little bit of the intrigue going on. Also, in Earth 65, I love that there's a Starbucks. I need a Starbucks mug. Tony Stark has a coffee enterprise, and I love that. I need that so bad. And Silk's family is missing in the Silk series. She was in I guess, captivity. She was kept alone for a while. And when she comes out, she finds out her family's gone. So in this series also, we get to see her try to find her family in the new series and find out who's maybe chasing them or after them. I don't want to give too much away, but go check it out. It's a really cool little mini series to look at. Plus, in the Spider-Gwen series, there's some really cool stuff going on with villains, and we get to see some well-known characters maybe die off, maybe become new villains. I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, but Captain America is a black girl, and I love it. I think that's super awesome. And the design of her costume is really cool, too. And I like that little throwback to the World War II and the air women that fought back then was pretty cool. So Spider Baby, Black Cap, there's a lot going on. It's really cool. Check it out. Other than that, I would say Black Widow is a really good place to start as well. We've only got 3 issues out right now, and we get to see a little bit into her past and what's going on with her a little bit. The first one is basically just action-packed. It's like a whole chase sequence. So if nothing else, go look at that. Go look at it at your comic book store. What are you reading right now in Marvel, Porter?
I'm not reading too much in Marvel. I stick mainly towards DC now, but right now I'm reading Deadpool, Spider-Man. I love the bromance between Deadpool and Spider-Man. They're freaking hysterical together, and they just have a really good dynamic, and that's a good series. I'm really liking it. And then I've got Uncanny Avengers, I think it is. Deadpool's in the Avengers now. They got some really cool, interesting people in that, so that's cool. And then pretty much any other Deadpool comic that they have, I read. And I think that's it.
Well, I know you like Punisher, and Punisher's restarting over as well. We have Punisher issue number 1 here, so you should also check that out. Also, Daredevil and Punisher. If
Number 1 too?
I know a lot of you have been watching it right now on Netflix, so go check out the comics as well.
I think I just might do
and
that.
they're starting over, so it's a really good starting place for you. So those are my suggestions to go out. Other than that, I'm mostly reading Marvel right now. My only DC would be my main girl, Babs.
Who would have guessed it?
I know,
right?
crazy,
I
right?
never would have even thought
Shocking.
at all, nothing whatsoever that it's going to be bad.
But she's going to be restarting over in the Rebirth, so I'm really looking forward to the Rebirth specifically because of that. Because right now it looks like they're going to be finishing up like a battle at Gotham Academy. I'm not really sure. That's kind of what they're setting up. And she's been having some complaints about the chip in her head going on and slow reflexes and stuff. But it sounds like she just needs to get away from it all. And it sounds like what they're going to do is make her a travel agent. So we're going to get some really cool postcard moments and some really cool artwork, I hope, for that, and some solo Batgirl missions. It's going to be amazing. So that'll be out in July. July 13th, I think, is issue number 1. So go check that out.
A lot of stuff coming up in the summer for Marvel, it sounds like. Okay, we're going to go over to DC now. There's a lot of stuff going on around about DC Rebirth. Can we start talking about DC Rebirth real quick?
Well, let's lead up to it a little bit.
Okay.
We got a couple of big things happening in the end of New 52 right
Sure,
now. Before DC Rebirth comes into it, one of my favorites, I've been reading it since it came out, it is a phenomenal run, is Capullo and Snyder's Batman. I love it. Issue 50 was out a few weeks ago, and then issue 51 just came out. Issue 50 was awesome, specifically because Batman is back. Bruce Wayne is finally back in the Bat costume, a new Bat costume, BTW, because it's an awesome costume. I really like the new take on it, and I'm so glad that he's back, because even though Robo Batman Bunny suit Jim Gordon was cool, I got sick of it. I'm not going to lie, I got sick of it. I was like, bring back Bruce. And this story itself now is like pretty awesome, and it sucks that they're rebooting it. I kind of, because Snyder and Capullo are done after this issue. This is their last issue. I love the cover, by the way. And I just want more Snyder and Capullo.
You
But-
guys got a personal connection with
Yeah.
those two.
I do.
You got to
like,
talk to them.
I did get to talk to them. They're great guys. I love their stories. But this Batman suit is awesome. It's got a yellow, I don't know if you can see that. It's got a yellow outline on the bat symbol. I think it looks really awesome. This issue was insane, by the way. All these Robo Bat suits going into like straight up villain mode, controlled by Mr. Bloom, which is a fantastic character, by the way. Mr. Bloom is like for the last 10 issues, he's been like the big bad, and it is awesome. A lot of really good stuff in issue 50, so I'm really, really sad to see that go. But, new Batman title, Rebirth. Let's see what happens. You know, I'm open to it. And then another one that I'm really enjoying right now is insane is Justice League. Justice League 49 just came out. I just read it. It's really good for the story. It's some crazy shit with the Darkseid War. It's part 9. This is an epic storyline with the Darkseid War. Darkseid got killed. Mobius, the anti-life equation. Like basically, we got like new gods, but not new gods that you know of. Like, Batman's in the Mobius chairs. Superman got hit with this apocalypse solar energy, and now he's this black and white badass, insane guy. The Flash is like the Death Flash. He's got this scythe that looks awesome. Shazam's all crazy. Lex Luthor is like the new Darkseid. It's insane. And one of the big things I was really looking forward to 49 was they were supposed to do the origin of the Joker, who the Joker was, his identity. It wasn't his origin, it was his identity from the Mobius chair. Because in issue 43, Batman asks,
Who is the Joker?
who's the Joker? And he's like, no, that's not possible. And they never went anywhere with it. And they're like, oh yeah, issue 49 is going to tell who the Joker is and this and that. I just read it, no Joker. What? Like,
Maybe they pushed it back.
I
don't
think
know.
they did because this book has been not on time for like months and months and months, which is a pain in the ass. But they said it's going to be finished in issue 50, which is cool. So I can't wait to see how that ends. So I read a lot of different DC, Justice League, Batman. I read a lot of Green Lantern. Batman Beyond is really good.
Oh, are you looking forward to Batman Beyond and the Rebirth?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be in the Batsuit?
I want Terry. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
know who I think. I want Terry McGinnis
I love
back.
Terry
Right.
McGinnis, man.
Yeah.
I mean, with Future's End and him like dying and whatnot, like I want more Terry McGinnis.
How long has Tim Drake been in the Batman Beyond suit now? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's 12 issues.
Been
I
for
think.
12 issues,
12 issues,
okay.
I think it is. But yeah, I want Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
But like a lot of different stuff, so I'm kind of interested in seeing that. I'm very hesitant with Rebirth because it's just like you had that whole convergence thing like last year, whatever it was, or 2 years ago, and there was supposed to be like a soft reboot. They were bringing old storylines back, kind of bringing everything back together. And I think it worked pretty well, and it freshened it up a little bit. But now that they're doing Rebirth, it's like, okay, I get it. You're trying to get away from the New 52 because that got a lot of shit. But it's like you're just changing around so much stuff, and it's like I got to restart again on all this stuff, and I don't know how much of it I'm gonna like. So I'm pretty like,
Right,
But-
on Rebirth.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there's been a lot of controversy about Rebirth. I mean, I've just seen online a lot of people talking about how it's so new after New 52. It's 5 years? I think
Yeah.
2011.
5 years.
New 52 came out, and that was a really drastic reboot where they renumbered everything from number 1, and now they're going to go back to the original numbering for Action
Detective
Comics.
and Action.
Yeah.
Action Comics. Yeah.
Right, that's crazy. I mean, they're kind of going back on their word a little bit.
I think they're just rewriting their wrongs. They kind of saw how the public, reacted to it, and they're kind of just like, all right, hey, we get it. We're sorry. Here's the renumberings with of those 50 issues back into it. So I mean, it's pretty. I get it. That's kind of cool. But I got this previews, DC Comics Rebirth previews. Paging through it, there's a lot of stuff happening, and one of the big things I'm noticing is shipping twice monthly. A lot of these titles are shipping twice monthly now, and that is a lot to put on these writers, put on these artists, and it's like,
It's a lot of money too.
yeah, they're dropping the price down. I think
okay.
draw the line at $2.99 was the mantra back in the day,
Oh, that's
and so something toe the line.
Draw
at
the
two-
line at $9.99.
Yeah. So
For a
I think
comic book.
they're dropping them down, but a lot of these are shipping twice monthly, and that's crazy. Like the new Green Lantern one, I'm pretty sure it's going to be shipping twice monthly, and it's like, okay, Simon Baz and Power Ring, they're good characters. I like them. If that's your main Green Lantern book that you're like, that's the one that's coming out early. They're not going to have Hal Jordan type Green Lantern book till way later. It's not till I don't even remember where it's. Oh, July 27th. So it's way further than everything else in the DC the Rebirth, and that pisses me off because Hal Jordan's my guy. Like, I love Hal Jordan. I read any Green Lantern that's got him in there. We got to wait that long for it. Come on, Simon Baz, Power Ring. I'm okay with seeing him, but I'm not going to pick up that title. I'm going to wait for Hal Jordan. But they got a lot of restructuring, retooling, and it's like I don't know how much of it's going to be good. You're getting these twice monthlies. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm subscribed to a lot of DC, so it's like that's going to cost a lot. I think that's, yeah, you're dropping the cover price down $1. But you're still,
Still
But
doubling
you're
everything.
doubling the
Yeah.
purchase, yeah.
Right.
you know, and it's just like for a lot of these, I mean, The Flash, you know, Green Lanterns, that's going to be twice shipping monthly. Green Arrow. Why are you doing Green Arrow twice monthly? I mean, he's a good character, but I don't think he's that big of a character to warrant a twice monthly. Wonder Woman's going to be twice monthly. There's a lot of them that are going to be twice monthly, and it's pretty crazy. And then they've got new titles I've never heard of. Wacky Raceland. That's what it's called, Wacky Raceland.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I have no idea. So
Sure, somebody will
Superhero
tell us.
girls for free comic book day.
So there's a lot going on. I'm not super excited. I'll have to see, but you know, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Whatever,
It's
DC.
not what there's really nothing I can do about it. I love DC Comics. I like the tone of the comics a little bit more than Marvel. I think generally they're structured better. Marvel with like a lot of their like universe-shattering things, like with Secret Wars, there was a lot going on, and it's not always so cut and dry with like, you know, the Spider-Woman thing, like, oh,
Right.
this, and this. It's like you have to jump around, and if
That's
that,
one thing I like about this series, though, is they kind of tell you, okay, you've got 8, and we'll finish it up then, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. But I think we'll see the aftermath in all 3 of the titles of the Spider-Women.
Yeah, because like before All New, All Different, like, or All New, whatever it was, Marvel Now, like I was reading Wolverine and the X-Men, and then one issue, like Wolverine's fine, this and that, and the next issue, he doesn't have his healing
His
powers,
healing
and
powers,
Kid
right.
Alpha's dead, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And it happened in a whole other book that I wasn't subscribed to, but they didn't mention it.
Right.
They didn't even have a little tag, go
Right.
see this book, which DC will do that all the time. They'll have a little star and be like, this happened in this issue, pick it up to know what's going on.
They do this in the Spider-Woman series, actually. They
Oh,
do
well,
a
that's
little
cute.
like, hey, if you want to know who she's talking about here, go check out Jessica Drew in Spider-Man.
That's good
number
because
blah,
they
blah,
did not do that in a lot of the books that I was reading, and it's like I'm not subscribed to a lot of these books,
Mm-hmm.
so I got to go find this book and figure out which one it is just to get caught up. And it's like, okay, I got one issue of like 17 of a random title that I don't even read. Okay, that's great. You know, so it's just I like DC a little bit better.
Really quickly, you want to talk about the Batman Ninja Turtles crossover?
Okay, this is an awesome, fun little crossover. Batman Ninja Turtles #5. As of this taping, it was only #5 out, which is an awesome issue. Really sets up the finale in #6.
Combination.
Nice.
Look at that.
And it is freaking hysterical. James Tynion the fourth does it. I think it's expertly written. I think it captures everybody. Batman is captured properly because he's written for Batman Eternal, so Tynion knows what he's doing with Batman. The Turtles, I think, are captured very well. Everybody's got their very unique personality. It's really conveyed very well, and it's funny. It is so funny. Batman and Michelangelo together are hysterical.
Who would have ever thought it?
And then Rafe being a dick to Batman, and Batman's like, come here, dude. I don't do this. I'm not just some, he said he's like, oh, just a billionaire getting his kicks. He's like, he takes him to Crime Alley, and he shows him what happened. He tells him what happened to his parents. He's like, that's why I'm doing this. And Rafe's like, oh, damn, I'm a
Raph.
dick.
Raph?
Whatever. I got a friend that's Raphael, I'll call him Rafe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a great little story. It's a little 6-issue miniseries. Like, it's great. I want more like crossover titles with like IDW, DC. If we could do more of that, like Vertigo. I mean, I know it's DC, but still, like if we could do more of that, that would be awesome. Like bring Lucifer into the Batman
That's
or
a TV show,
Constantine.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But like they've got. I'm reading Lucifer from Vertigo, and that's an awesome series. And like to see like Lucifer with Constantine would be dope. So like I want some crossovers.
I gotcha. Okay, well, this was very informative, folks. This past, or a week ago, on May 7th, was Free Comic Book Day, and we had our friend Heather Roos go down to our friends at Graham Cracker Comics here in Wheaton, Illinois, to check out what was going on Free Comic Book Day. So we're going to cut away to a little piece we shot with her. So take it away, Heather.
Hey guys, it's Heather. I'm here at the Graham Cracker Comics in Wheaton because it's Free Comic Book Day! I am here with
Nick.
Nick. Hi. What comics did you pick up today for Free Comic Book Day?
Free Comic Book Day. I picked up the Civil War, I believe, Civil War II, Serenity Ram,
Have you seen Batman v Superman?
I did. I really love Batman.
Okay, yeah. Have you seen the Doctor Strange trailer?
I did. It looked very Inception-y.
I'm here with, what's your name?
Michael?
And? Evan, awesome. Okay, what comics are you planning on picking up today for Free Comic Book Day?
Whatever's new from Valiant.
Are you a current subscriber?
I do get some Marvel titles, favorite characters, a lot of the Vertigo line, and again, the Valiants.
Who's your favorite superhero, Evan, if you had to pick one? Batman. Man after my own heart, I love Batman too. I'm here with Wilson. Wilson, how long has your store been doing a Free Comic Book Day?
It'd be 15 years.
What would you say is one of the most popular comics people have been picking up today on Free Comic Book Day?
Probably Civil War II, because the Cap movie just came out. There's an awesome Bruce Lee one about Bruce Lee in modern day times. I've been pushing that really hard.
Are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
I hate Captain America, so I'll go with Iron Man.
Did you see Batman v Superman?
I did. It was fantastic. It's just awesome.
Thanks very much, Wilson, for chatting with us today.
I'm sorry you had to go through this. I'm really sorry. If you like toys, check out Shock and Awe toy reviews as well.
Everyone should make sure they come down to the Wheaton Graham Cracker Comics. Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day.
Thanks, Heather. Okay, everybody. So pick of the week. Kind of self-explanatory.
Take your pick.
We also got some of the Free Comic Book Day issues that Heather was talking about. We have Civil War II, a little prelude to that. We got Suicide Squad stuff. We got Captain America, and Steve Rogers has a new shield. That's pretty cool.
I think it looks awesome.
That's pretty cool. We have The Tick. Guys, remember The Tick? I think they're going to make another movie or something about The Tick. I heard something about that recently.
Yep. Peter Serafinowicz as a Tick. The only guy that could have outdone it as that casting for me. That's so stoked.
The hype is building. Ayana mentioned this earlier, the DC Superhero Girls.
They're super cute, and they
Yeah.
have all their merchandise at Target. Go buy it because it's adorable.
They look
Not
like
sponsored.
brats, but they're not brats.
They're not.
So, they're not at all brats.
We will fight.
No, we're not going to fight. It's okay. And Serenity.
Going strong, Serenity.
Yeah.
Porter loves
Yes.
Serenity.
Yes.
Ayana, I'm sure you
Yes.
like it too. Who doesn't like Serenity and Firefly?
Fox.
Right. That's true.
You're bringing up old wounds, pal.
They will never heal.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty cool. They have a little Hellboy comic in the back here too.
And aliens.
And
too.
aliens. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. It's on the back. There you go. Cool stuff. So all of this is our picks of the week. So go ahead and check all these books out. I hope we did a good job of explaining Marvel, DC, and a little bit of IDW and all this free comic book stuff we got going on. So that's it for this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about Season 1 of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, a new show with a bunch of characters from the Flareoverse. So come back. That's the official name. That's what we'll call it.
No, that's what they call it. It's Flaro.
They
It's
call
just-
it the
it's
Flareoverse.
funny.
It sounds
It's
weird,
funny.
but that's what they call it. Okay? So we're going to be talking about Season 1 of that show next week. Porter, where can we find you on the social medias?
Facebook.com/awesomeporter to talk about various comic book stuff, movies, anything I really want that's nerd related. So
Nerd
check me
related.
out.
Yes, indeed. Ayana Wade, where can we find you on space online?
You know where to find me. Right here. Right here. Facebook, Twitter, right here.
Yeah, you can check me out on my MySpace page, my Zynga page.
Zanga. Oh my God. I think I still have that floating
Yeah.
around. Don't look for it. I will
Oh.
delete it by this time.
That's gonna be
on
funny.
Twitter you can find me at @awesome_Walter. I also have a YouTube page that me and Porter both comment a little bit. I think Ayana does too. If you guys are nice, we comment on what you guys are saying. If you have some questions, go ahead and ask, and we might answer them. So, and remember, keep commenting about what you want us to see.
And give us a thumbs up if you liked us doing an episode about comments.
Thumbs
If
up.
you
if
don't, I
want
guess
more.
we're just going to have to keep reviewing TV shows and movies.
Yeah, share
I
the
don't
video
know.
around. Share the video
Thumbs up
around.
now.
Folks. Indeed. Okay, everybody. So until next week, when we will be talking once again about DC's Legends of Tomorrow, for everybody here, I'm Walter Bernasiak, and we will see you on the next page.